Wednesday night, and here's what happened. It's still January. Still. Meta has just agreed to pay a $25 million settlement to President Trump for suspending his accounts after the attack on the Capitol on January 6th. In Oklahoma, parents signing their kids up for school will now have to prove that they are citizens. There's a rumor that Pete Buttigieg might run for Senate in Michigan. And former Democratic Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey was sentenced to 11 years in prison on bribery and corruption charges. But there's another East Coast Democrat who might be getting a big break when it comes to dealing with his problems with the law. President Trump is reportedly considering making New York City Mayor Eric Adams' charges for bribery and campaign finance offenses go away, which might be because Eric Adams allowed newly minted Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem roam the streets of New York City looking for dirt bags at 3 o'clock in the morning the other day as part of an ICE raid stunt. And it's expected that Dr. Phil, who recently did a ride-along for the Chicago ICE raids with the border czar Tom Homan, might be doing some filming in New York City too. To the folks who have been asking me when will TikTok return to the App Store, I had a call with TikTok today and they said it's actually on Trump's Department of Justice to provide a letter to Apple and Google telling them that they are absolutely shielded from any past, present, or future potential consequences for putting TikTok back in the App Store. Back when President Trump signed the executive order that gave TikTok the extension, there needed to be a follow-up from the Department of Justice that provided some certain language to Apple and Google that they apparently need to put TikTok back into the App Store, and that just hasn't happened yet. But they are hopeful that that letter could get sent as early as this week. And when I asked where are we at with the sales stuff, what can I tell people about that? Should they expect another shutdown? TikTok told me, we are hopeful that there is a solution that allows us to continue to run the platform as it has always been. Which to me doesn't sound like any selling is going on, but I don't know. Maybe that's just my interpretation. Someone else who may have interpreted a promise wrong are the 8,000 service members who were dismissed for not getting the jab. President Trump has signed an executive order reinstating them with back pay, and a lot of those folks thought, hey, I probably got like a $120,000 check coming my way. No. This is how the military calculates back pay. Let's say the Army was paying you $30,000 and you got dismissed, and while you were dismissed, you got a job in the civilian world making $40,000, but then you got reinstated in the military. What would your back pay be? $0, because you made more in the civilian world than you would have made in the military. But if you were making $30,000 and then you got out and got a civilian job where you're making $25,000, the Army will pay you $5,000 in back pay. They pay you the difference between what you made in the civilian world and what you would have made if you were able to maintain duty. So once again, this is an exaggeration from the Trump administration and not some huge, grand, wonderful, generous gesture to the service members who left because of the jab. Lastly, big congratulations to Chasing Oz for getting the scoop on the leaked DeSantis audio where he discusses sending migrants to Gitmo. For more on that story, you're going to have to follow Oz.